Hi everybody and welcome back to the Nerd Shelves. My name's Michael and today we're going to be looking at my board game shelf. So as you can see, here are all of my board games that I have displayed. This is my collection and all the board games that I've kept in my collection so far. But I thought it might be kind of fun to take a cube by cube look at the games in my collection. So today, we're going to start with the first cube. Now, this is not actually a cube because the top shelf is just all in one row, but I'll treat this as a cube. I'll line it up with where the cube should go, and this is where we're going to start. So, come join me while we take a look at my board game collection. Okay, so let's take a look at the first game in my collection. So the first game here, what is it? This is Grimm Forest. Now, this game my kids just love. This is great. It has all the old fairy tale characters. It's got great minis. It's beautiful to look at. It's fun. You're the three little pigs and you're trying to build houses and you're collecting resources. And you have all of the fairy tale friends coming to help you. You've got like Pinocchio and Snow White and Sleeping Beauty and the Gingerbread Man and all of the different characters coming to help you. It's absolutely beautiful and my kids just love it. So this is a great game, especially if you have kids. That's the Grimm Forest. Okay, next one. Oh, I love this game. Oh, this is a Stefan Feld great. We've got Trajan. This game, it just makes my brain hurt so much, but I love it so much. It has that, the rondelle. It's got the dishes where you have to move your different colors around the dish in order and where they land or the different actions that you can take. And that in itself is such a puzzle, but then you have the typical Stefan Feld point salad where all these different routes to victory. You've got military and diplomacy and just all of these different point tracks. And Trajan. I mean, I love Stefan Feld to begin with, but Trajan is such a great game. So check that out if you haven't yet. We have another Stefan Feld game here. This one is Aquasphere. This one is really interesting. It's not my favorite Stefan Feld game, but it is fun nonetheless. It's got a really neat mechanic where you have to first program your bots in your own lab, and then those bots can then go carry out actions on the main board. And I think that's really, really cool. Another cool mechanic is as you're moving around to different parts of the laboratory, you have to use time as currency. I thought that was a really cool mechanic too. This one really was very different for Stefan Feld, I thought, but it was fun. I've played it a few times and I'll definitely keep playing it. That's Aquasphere. Okay, this next one is definitely top 3, if not one of my favorite games of all time, Orleans. What a game this is. It's a bag builder. You're putting in your bag all of the different workers like the boatsmen and the farmers and the monks and all of the people that are coming to help you. And as you pull them out, they're the ones that determine what actions you can do on your board, and then you're going to the main board and you're moving your carriage and your boats along and collecting resources through the towns, and it is so good. This is probably my favorite game of all time. Definitely top 3, but it makes it even better with the expansion, Orleans Trade and Intrigue. I don't really like the intrigue deeds board that much. It's kind of mean. It adds an element of meanness to it. But what I really love are the trades in this expansion. So as you're moving along the different towns and there are different routes that you have to connect, and it just another level of thinkiness to Orleans. So this is such a fantastic game. Orleans, brilliant. And let's go one more. This is a great family game. This is one of the only race style games that I actually like. This is Jamaica, where you are pirates and you roll the dice, 2 dice, and you put them either in day or night, and then you play your card, and that depends on what actions you take. You always take your day action first and then your night action, and you're racing around the board. But if you get to the end first, it's not that kind of race. You don't win, you just get more points. That just ends the game. But you can collect doubloons, and there's treasures and curses, which is always fun. And my kids actually really like this game too. But when you add the crew expansion to it, it actually makes it so much better. The crew expansion, it takes some of the elements out of the cards, so it's not as luck-based, and you actually can go to this board and move the whiskey bottle around to try to get different crew, try to hire new crew to come and help you. So that's really interesting twist on Jamaica. The one thing about Jamaica, I will say though, is the instruction manual, the rule book. It was clever. They tried to make it look like a treasure map, so it opens up like a giant map. Nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Worst rule book I've ever seen in my life. When you're trying to look up a really quick rule and you have to open up this huge map on the table, does not work at all. But, you know, good game nonetheless. Not a very good rule book. But that's Jamaica and the crew expansion. So that, I guess, is my first cube, so to speak. I hope you enjoyed it. We had some great games there. Some of my favorite games were in that cube, actually. Here's a little sneak peek of our next episode. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and go get another game off of your nerd shelves. Take care. Bye.